Everybody, welcome back to an episode of From the Stands. We are into the third week of September. The season is winding down, the regular season at least, and races are getting tighter, so we have a lot of stuff to get to. Some postseason spots have been clinched, so we're going to get to all of that and more with the headlines from this past week. The Giants have clinched a playoff berth with a win over the Padres. They were the first team to clinch. They clinched last Monday, so they are officially in the postseason, now trying to hang on to the NL West lead. The Dodgers clinched their playoff spot with a win over the Diamondbacks the day after the Giants clinched. They are currently both fighting it out for the National League West. We'll see who ends up with that and who ends up in the one-game playoff. Roberto Clemente Day was celebrated around the league with all players wearing number 21. The Pirates celebrated by walking off the Reds on a ground ball to first here. Defoe hustles around third to score, so that's a pretty cool moment. Pirates walking off on Roberto Clemente Day. They had the spot out his image out in right field, which is super cool that they put there in the grass. So just a cool day all around. Very excited to see that for years to come. White Sox pitcher Mike Wright has been suspended for 3 games for throwing at Shohei Ohtani. Tony La Russa was suspended 1 game. They're both appealing that suspension, so it hasn't happened yet. A couple White Sox got hit during the series against the Angels, and Mike Wright threw a ball at the shins of Ohtani. The first pitch was like a fastball, then he spiked a curveball, and then he threw, I think he actually hit him in the thigh for the third pitch, and he got thrown out. This was not intentional at all. I might be biased as a White Sox fan, but it was not intentional. Ohtani was 2 for 12 in the series. It's not like he was hitting. They're pitching hard, and I don't know. One was an off-speed pitch. It was not intentional. So they're appealing that suspension, so we'll have to see the outcome of that. It'll probably get knocked down a game or something like that. Finally, the Brewers clinched their postseason spot with a win over the Cubs. Their 4th straight season in the postseason. They will be wrapping up the NL Central later on this week. On to our plays of the week. Eloy Jimenez, known for his defense in left field, robs David Fletcher of a home run with this leaping catch. He comes up with it and then lays on the ground, gets a little peace sign. The bullpen guys are going nuts right in front of him, so that was just an awesome catch for a guy who plays incredible defense in left field. Cedric Mullins makes this insane catch in center field to rob Gary Sanchez of a home run. He goes up and over the wall. Reminds me of that Mike Trout catch in Baltimore all those years ago, so shades of that, but this is an awesome catch by Cedric Mullins out in center field. The Rays had a great comeback against the Tigers. They score 3 runs in the 9th inning and then 3 runs in the 10th inning to beat Detroit. Yandy Diaz made it a 4-3 game in the 9th inning with a 2-run single, and then Randy Arozarena tied it with a sacrifice fly. So the Rays with 3 in the 9th inning to tie it up, and then in the 10th inning in extras, Brett Phillips the walk-off 3-run home run to win it 7-4. Rays over the Tigers. Brett Phillips, so entertaining, coming around the bases, pimping the home run. Love to see that. So the Rays with a 6-run comeback in the 9th and 10th innings against Detroit. Interesting play here, the Astros and the Diamondbacks. Kyle Tucker is intentionally picked off of third base so the Diamondbacks can't challenge a previous play that had just happened. Yuli Gurriel had tagged up on a sacrifice fly. He was at third base. He left too early, and the Diamondbacks didn't check third yet. They were going to go review it, but Kyle Tucker started walking off third base, so they picked him off, and since that play just happened, they can't challenge the previous play because it's not the previous play anymore. So smart play by the Astros. So I'm sure we're going to see some kind of rule change to stop that from happening this offseason, but really interesting play. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. TJ Friedl hits his first career home run for the Reds. The home run lands in the stands, and Mookie Betts out there in right field sees the fan who caught it and gets the ball back from the fan, exchanges it for his own signed bat. So that was a pretty cool moment. Betts knew that it was his first career hit and first career home run. He saw the fan that caught it. He asked for the ball back, and then exchange gave him his own signed bats. That was a really cool moment from Mookie Betts. Angels tie this game at 2 against the A's with a single to right field, and then the right fielder overthrows the catcher, so that allows the tying run to come in and score. So a 2-run comeback makes it a 2-2 game in the 9th inning. The A's would take the lead on a sacrifice fly and would hang on to win this one in a game that they really need to win. as they are struggling in the wild card standings right now. On to our games of the week. Starting us off, we have a game between the Cardinals and the Mets. We're going to jump to the 5th inning. It is 2-2. Michael Conforto lifts a sacrifice fly, gives the Mets the lead, brings in Marcus Stroman, makes it a 3-2 game in the 5th. We're going to jump to the top of the 8th inning, though, with a runner on. Tyler O'Neill with the 2-run go-ahead home run off of Familia makes it a 4-3 Cardinals lead. So they have the lead heading into the 9th inning. Gallegos on for the save. Javi Baez takes him deep to left field to tie the game at 4 in the 9th inning. Huge home run there. And then the Mets in the 10th inning have runners on the corners. Lindor grounds it to first base. Goldschmidt steps on first and then fires home. And then they get Pilar out in the rundown here. A huge double play to escape the 10th inning. The Mets don't score in a situation where they really needed to score. So we head to the 11th inning now. Sosa grounds a ball to left field, brings in Molina for the go-ahead run, and then they would bring in another run to make it 2 more runs to make it 7-4 now. So the Cardinals have a 3-run lead heading into the bottom of the 11th. The Mets would get a couple runs. Kim, a starting pitcher, on for the save, and he gets the final out here on this ground ball to second base. So the Mets threaten. They score 2 in that final inning, but the Cardinals hang on to win this one by a final of 7-6. All right, next up we game between the Nationals and the Marlins. In the 6th inning, it's 2-2, but Juan Soto lifts the go-ahead sacrifice fly to bring in Lane Thomas, makes it a 3-2 game. In the 7th, though, the Marlins would tie it again. Miguel Rojas with the game-tying RBI single makes it 3-3 in the 7th inning with the bases loaded. Nationals threatening, bases loaded walk to Lane Thomas, so it makes it 4-3 now. The Nationals come back to take the lead, and then Alcides Escobar with the RBI single adds on the insurance run to make it a 5-3 game now. So the Nationals 2-run lead heading into the 8th inning. Brian De La Cruz hits a home run here to make it a 1-run game for the Marlins. They are starting to come back, but the Nationals get that run right back in the bottom of the 8th. Josh Bell with the solo home run makes it an 6-4 game now. In the top of the 9th, Marlins are threatening again. Miguel Rojas with a second RBI single brings in a runner here, so that makes it a 6-5 game, 1-run game. Brian De La Cruz would ground into a force out, brings in another run in to tie the game. So the Marlins have come back to tie it at 6, and then Jesus Sanchez with a runner on with the 2-run home run go-ahead shot makes it an 8-6 Marlins lead. They have a 4-run comeback in the 9th inning, and they hang on to win this one by a final of 8-6. Next up, we have the Cubs and the Phillies in Philadelphia here. We're going to jump to the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Phillies. Frank Schwindel with the 2-run home run makes it 3-2. Cubs are on the board. JT Realmuto will get a run back, though, with an RBI single. Brings in Ranger Suarez, so that makes it a 4-2 game now. Phillies the 2-run lead. Or in the 8th inning, though, Robinson Chirinos with the game-tying 2-run home run. Phillies bullpen strikes again. It's now 4-4. Cubs have tied it up in the 8th. JT Realmuto, though, don't worry, would give the Phillies the lead. Makes it 5-4 on this home run. So the Phillies back in front. They're trying to hang on for the save, but the bullpen comes through again. Matt Duffy with the home run, game-tying home run in the 9th makes it 5-5. The Cubs have come back to tie it again, but in the bottom of the 9th, passed ball here gets by Chirinos, in comes Knapp, and the Phillies walk this one off after blowing the lead twice in the 8th and 9th inning. They come back to win this one by a final of 65 on this passed ball. All right, next up we have the Braves and the Giants in San Francisco. Bottom of the 1st inning, it's already 2-0 Atlanta, but Brandon Belt ties this game up with a 2-run home run, makes it 2-2. The Giants have come back to tie it, and then they would take the lead in the bottom of the 2nd. Brandon Crawford with a home run of his own makes it 3-2. The Giants are out in front, and then Lamont Wade would add on with a home run of his own in the 4th inning, makes it a 4-2 Giants lead. They have hit 3 home runs so far in this game. We're going to jump the top of the 9th inning now. It's still 4-2. Travis d'Arnaud up, 2 runners on. He hits a go-ahead 3-run home run. The Giants blow their 2-run lead. It's now 5-4 Atlanta now. But in the bottom of the 9th, Giants are not done. Donovan Solano with the game-tying home run makes it 5-5 now. The Giants come back to tie it again in the 9th inning, and then we're going to go to extras. Nobody scored. We're into the 11th inning. Runner on at 3rd. Kevin Gausman, the starting pitcher, is up. He gets a sacrifice fly to right field. Throw is late, and that brings in Crawford, and the Giants walk it off on a sacrifice fly by starting pitcher Kevin Gausman off the bench. huge hit there, and the Giants win this one by a final of 6-5 over the Braves. And finally, we have this game between the Marlins and the Pirates in Miami. Bottom of the fourth inning, it's 1-0 Pittsburgh, with Joe Panik with the 2-run double brings in a pair, Sanchez and Diaz, and that makes it a 2-1 Marlins lead. They would add on another with a sacrifice fly, so that brings home Jazz Chisholm, makes it 3-1 now in the fifth. We're going to jump to the top of the seventh inning, though, with a runner on Anthony Alford with the RBI triple here, brings in Cole Tucker, and the Pirates make it a 1-run game in the seventh inning. Now it is now 3-2 Marlins on that RBI triple. In the top of the ninth inning, with a runner on Hoy Park with the 2-run home run, and just like that, the Pirates take the lead now at 4-3, brings in Cole Tucker again. So just like that, Pirates now take the lead. Marlins down to their final outs in the bottom of the ninth. Brian Taylor Cruz with the game-tying base hit, 2 outs, brings in Sierra, and the Marlins come back to tie it at 4. In the 10th inning, Pirates would take the lead again on a Ben Gamble sacrifice fly, brings in Brian Hayes, makes it 5-4. In the bottom of the 10th inning, though, Lewin Diaz with a runner on with the game-winning 2-run home run, and just like that, the Marlins come back again and win this one by a final of 6-5. They come back several times here after blowing some late leads as they walk off the Pirates in this one. On to our performances of the week. Got a couple guys for you. Alek Manoah against the Rays. He's been coming up huge for the Blue Jays. He's a rookie, 8 innings pitched, just 1 hit allowed, no runs, 10 strikeouts versus the best team in the American League in this series. So big starts by Alek Manoah here. And then Eddie Rosario of the Braves goes 4 for 4 with an RBI. He hits for the cycle, so I believe I don't know how many cycles there have been this year, but this is another one. You can add this one on here. Eddie Rosario, late season pickup by the Braves at the deadline. He has been coming up big for them. Has a huge game here. Gets the cycle in this one. On to the standings. Watch the Rays lead the AL East by 6.5 games. Their magic number is now down to 6. The White Sox lead the Central by 11 games. Their magic number is down to 4 to clinch. The Astros lead the AL West by 6 games. Their magic number is down to 8. So we are getting into the clinching week. We'll see how games play out. The Red Sox and the Blue Jays hold the wild card spots. The Yankees are a game and a half out. Oakland is 2 games out. Seattle is 4 games out in that one, so still plenty of time for those teams. The Braves lead the NL East by 2 games over the Phillies. The Brewers lead the Central by 11.5 games. Their magic number to clinch is down to 3, and the Giants lead the West by 1 game over the Dodgers, still just hanging on in that race there. The Dodgers and St. Louis hold the wild card spots. The Reds are 3 games out, and the Phillies and Padres are both 3.5 games out. So that race not quite as close as it is in the American League. On to the players of the week in the American League. Willie Peralta, 13 innings pitched, no runs, 8 strikeouts, a 0 ERA for the Tigers. And then Alek Manoah for his start over the Rays, 8 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 10 strikeouts in his starts. Jose Ramirez for the Indians hit .500 with 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in, 4 walks, and a 1.460 OPS. And then Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Trying to take over the top spot for the MVP race. Hit .381 this week with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 4 walks, and a 1.290 OPS for him. In the National League on the mound, Sandy Alcantara, 14 innings pitched, 1 earned a run, 11 strikeouts, 0.64 ERA. And then Paulo Espino for the Nationals, 11 2/3 innings pitched, is 1 run allowed, 13 strikeouts, and a 0.77 ERA for him. At the plate, Eddie Rosario hit .471 this week. He had a cycle, 2 home runs, and a 1.526 OPS. And then Bryce Harper, who for me is the front runner for the National League MVP, hit .450 with 6 doubles, a home run, 8 runs batted in, 7 walks, and a 1.471 OPS. Huge week for him. On to the rookie watch, Brian Mountcastle. I don't know if you talked about him this year. He's hitting .263 on the year. He's got 30 home runs and 83 runs batted in and an .815 OPS. So he is kind of the sleeper for me in the Rookie of the Year race. Look out for him. And then Alek Manoah, in 17 games started, he's pitched 93 innings. He's got 102 strikeouts and a .339 ERA. So another big name in that race. And then Adolis Garcia, we kind of forgot about him a little bit. He's hitting 244, 30 home runs, 82 runs batted in, 11 stolen bases, and a 757 OPS. And finally, the Rays' #1 prospect, Shane Baz, to make his debut today versus the Blue Jays on the mound. He was the other piece in the Chris Archer trade, so as if that trade wasn't lopsided enough, they got Glasnow, Meadows, and now this guy making his debut, their #1 prospect today, so look out for that. What to watch for: the Rays and the Blue Jays meet in Tampa for a 3-game series starting today. We already talked about Rays' #1 prospect debuting today, so look out for this series. It's a great series the last time these two teams played. And the Yankees and the Red Sox meet for 3 games in Boston starting on Friday. The Red Sox currently hold a wild card spot. The Yankees game and a half out, trying to make up some ground, so we'll see where those two teams stand starting on Friday and where they stand after that series. A big series coming up for them. And finally, the highlight reel: the Yankees come back against the Twins' Aaron Judge in the 8th inning with a game-tying 3-run home run off of Colomé to tie it in the 8th, and then Gary Sanchez would walk it off with a base hit to left in the 10th inning to walk it off. The Yankees win this one. Coming back against the Twins, Derek Hill walks off the Brewers in the 11th with a walk-off base hit to center field as they win it 1-0. Tigers walking off the Brewers, and this one, Brett Gardner comes up clutch with this 2-run single in the 9th inning against the Orioles to give the Yankees the lead in the 9th inning. This is a huge hit. Big game for the Yankees to win. He comes up big there. Lars Nootbaar robs Pete Alonso of a hit with 2 runners on here on this ball hit in the 7th inning. Ended the inning here on this catch in right field. Robs him of what might have been at least probably 2 runs in, maybe a 3-run home run. You never know. Orioles come back against the Yankees. They tie the game in the 9th inning on a pass ball with 2 outs, 3-2. They tie the game on a pass ball by Gary Sanchez, and they walk it off in the 10th on a chopper into left field that gets by the third baseman and shortstop, so they will come back to beat the Yankees in this one. The Rockies come back against the Nationals in the 9th inning. Elias Diaz ties the game with a home run, and then Brendan Rodgers puts the Rockies ahead with an RBI single, and they would go on to win that game after coming back in the 9th. And finally, the Astros walk off the Diamondbacks in the 10th. Jake Myers with the RBI single to tie it at 3, and then Chas McCormick with the bases loaded is hit by the pitch that walks it off. The Astros come back in the 10th inning with a pair against the Diamondbacks. That's gonna do, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye on the clinch watch this week. Some divisions up for grabs that we could see becoming official. The wildcard race is getting closer, so keep an eye on that as we're winding down the regular season. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next week to talk about it all.